Hey y'all, hey, just wanted to hop on, say hello. I'm glad y'all are joining me today, and today we have a cool and very yummy recipe for you to try out. It is one that my family loves, and the cool thing is the marinade that we are going to be putting together, it can be used with chicken, it can be used with pork, you could use it on steak if you would like. I've not tried it on fish, but I'm sure it would be very yummy. So we hope to see you all there. We love y'all. Got all three in there.
Style is the answer to everything.
Welcome to Dunkin' Donuts.
Fresh way to approach a dough is a dangerous thing. To do a dangerous thing with style is what I call art.
What's up? So today we are going to make my Asian inspired marinade, and we're going to be cutting up some chicken thighs to marinate it in, and then we'll be putting it in the air fryer to cook. This meal depends on how long you want to let it marinate. This meal is done within, it takes once it's in the air fryer, it's like maybe 15 minutes to cook. So it's super quick. The longest thing about it is letting it marinate and get its flavors. But honestly, I've done this for like 30 minutes and it still tasted as amazing as if I had let it marinate for hours. So it's up to you. You could, if you're busy, and I know we all got things to do, you could do this the night before and let it marinate. Or like I said, do it 30 minutes and you got some amazing, flavorful, juicy chicken. And then the cool thing about this is, if you have leftovers, you can make the next day. Let's say you want to have some salad, throw it on some salad, or you can make chicken salad sandwiches. The possibilities are endless. All right, so let's get started. So in a bowl, I got some chicken thighs. You can cut off the fat and stuff. I don't, because it's delicious. But whatever you want to do. So let's do that. So we're gonna cut up our chicken. I do about 1 inch size, 1 inch in size. How I cut mine up is and that might be a little bit smaller than 1 inch. Just dice it. It doesn't have to be perfect though. It just has to look good, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So then, once I do that, I'm gonna put it in this plastic bag that I marinate in. So it's in a measuring cup, and then I have the plastic bag inside, and that just helps keep the bag from toppling over, because we don't have time for that. We're busy moms and dads and grandmas, and we don't have time for that. So just gonna chop our chicken up. Don't ask me why I'm using this little bitty knife. I don't know. I just grabbed something. Excuse me. I hope you all are doing great today. So does anyone else's kids just like go through phases where they're just determined not to sleep? Like they don't care that they're like sleepwalking during the day because they stayed up all night. Anyway, my girls, we have 3 kids, but our girls, they are not the best sleepers. And honestly, they probably got that from me, from what I've heard. So, Mama, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So, we're dicing up chicken. So now we got the chicken cut. We're gonna go. And we're back. So now, it's time for the marinade. So what you're gonna need, excuse me chicken, is all of this. And y'all, it's really not that much. I just want to be dramatic. I just want to be dramatic. It's really not all that much. So, what you're going to need is some soy sauce. This is low sodium. Got it from the Asian market because it's cheaper than going to Food Line or Walmart or something and getting it, and you get more. So, went there. Got some oyster sauce. I got some olive oil. Some sesame seed oil. Some Worcestershire, or however you say it.
Bruh.
Then we have, you can use fresh garlic, whatever. I'm using garlic paste and ginger paste. Save you some time, honey. And then in this, I made a blend. It's 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Yes, I know, we already put garlic in it, but we're going to do some more. 2 tablespoons of onion powder. And then we have a teaspoon of paprika for color. And then we have a teaspoon of black pepper. And then I don't put any salt because all these other seasonings have plenty of sodium in them. But you do what you want. I want to live long. So that's all that's in that. And then we have a lemon that we're going to squeeze in that I've already cut. But if you don't have a lemon or a lime, because you could use either, then what I do is I'll take a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Not even a lot, maybe like a tablespoon or 2. And I put it in, and then we're going to mix all of it together. So, if you don't have apple cider vinegar, it's super easy to make if you got time to wait. If you don't, it's still good to have them on hand. And I have a video that explains how to make organic apple cider vinegar. Y'all, it's so easy. So just make sure you go look and learn something new and fun. I promise it's not hard. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my olive oil in it. Y'all, this is like 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. You really don't need much. Alright, because I'm not measuring, but I kind of know, you know. I kind of know. So, this is the, what did I tell you this was? Oyster sauce. We're going to use about a tablespoon of that. Measure yours. I like I said, I know, because we make this enough around here. Alright. Tablespoon of oyster sauce. I literally about said Worcestershire sauce. Of oyster sauce. Tablespoon. Okay. And then the Worcestershire sheer, whatever you want to call it, sauce. We use teaspoon. That's a teaspoon. So about 10 drops is a teaspoon. 10 shakes, I should say, is a teaspoon. Then we're going to use a lot. You could use a cup. I feel like that's a little bit much for soy sauce. Do half a cup. And like I said, you can always add more or less to this. Then sesame seed oil, a teaspoon. That's great. Teaspoon. And then we got some ginger paste. I don't have much of this left, and so I probably should get some. Might show y'all how to make some. It's really not that hard. Okay, so teaspoon of ginger paste. And literally, that's what I think I have left of those. Another thing you can substitute if you don't want to do ginger. So I know some people have issues with citric stuff, citrus type stuff. You could use oh, mom just left. Ginger. What else was I gonna say? You could use lemongrass and you still get that Asian flavor. Telling you, that lack of sleep. And then a teaspoon of the ginger paste, because you really don't need a whole bunch of that, because you have the garlic paste in the spice blend that we made. So I squeeze you a lemon. You know, I bought this thing from, I believe it was IKEA. I just love this thing. It makes me feel fancy. I love this thing. Okay. Alright. Let's squirt it all over. Okay. So then at this point you can lift it up some. And you can put all of it. All of it, because we can. And then just massage it real good, like you wish you had, like you wish you was getting. Massage it. Alright. And then stick her on back in there. And I'm going to put her in the refrigerator. Hey y'all, so I had to go and put my hair up because it was getting in my face and growing me a little batty. So we have marinated the chicken. I will also try to list the ingredients as well in the description. So, because I know that I can talk fast sometimes and I want you to be able to get it. So I have the air fryer warming up. And let me go run and get the chicken out of the fridge. Okay, so what you're going to do is just open it up. I wanted to mention too that you don't have to do it in a plastic bag. If you have if you use a mixing bowl to mix the chicken in with the marinade, if you do it that way, just make sure you cover it with some plastic wrap, saran wrap, whatever you call it. Wrap it, cover, the bowl, and then put it away if you aren't doing it in a plastic bag. And that works fine. So what we are going to do now is take it out. I like to give it one more rub down just to make sure everything's coated. And then you can do one or two things to make it easier. It really doesn't matter. You can then put it into if you did a plastic bag, you can put it into a container. Sometimes I do it this way because I'm going to use some tongs, and so I don't get my hands all nasty and have to keep washing them. Got my tongs. So what we're going to do, go over to the air fryer. You don't want to overcrowd this, so you might do like 1 or 2 batches of the chicken. You don't want to overcrowd it, because then you won't get that crispy part of the chicken. So let's head over to the air fryer. So we are doing our first batch. When I said you don't want to overcrowd them, this is what I mean. If they're touching just a little bit, that's fine. You just don't want them like laying on top of each other. And y'all don't come for me in the comments. This thing is not dirty. It is just old and very well used. Okay? So, there you go. And then, let me set my tongs down for a second. Close the lid. You are going to set it for 400. And then the timer, not for 20 minutes. You do not need 20 minutes for that. Do 13 minutes. And then you can come check on it when it's done. But that should be all it takes. You might want to flip it halfway through. If you don't, it's really not a big deal. So let it do its thing for a few minutes. Now that it's done, let's take a look. Ooh, look at there, look at there. That's good. And I'm just gonna move this first batch over to my container, my bowl, and we'll keep going until we have it all cooked. That's what it looks like. And so now, like every person that cooks, you can try it. Y'all, this stuff is so good. This marinade is so good, and it's good, like I said. The only thing I've not tried it on is fish, but I am certain that it would be good on fish. Oh, hot. Look. Good. So, thank y'all again for joining me, and let me show you how I make one of my family's favorite ways of eating meat. It's an Asian-inspired flavor palette. We absolutely love it. It's so good. You can eat it on anything. You can have it on top of a salad. You can make chicken salad with it, like a chicken salad spread. What I do with that is I just chop up the chicken a little bit more, make it a little bit more finer, and then mayonnaise. You could do pecans or walnuts. You could do grapes or apples or both. I've seen people do that. It's so good. And then you could also just take it and make like some wraps to have for lunch or something. It's good. So many things you could do with it. If you have any questions, make sure you comment. Also, please like and subscribe. If you think someone else would love this recipe, send them our way. I really appreciate y'all, and thank you for tuning into the Farrington Chronicles. I hope y'all have a blessed day.